All right, brothers and sisters. We are in the midst of the week, Wisdom Wednesday. We are live in effect. All right, today's message, we're going to be talking about choosing quality over quantity. Choosing quality over quantity. Now, no, I got my glasses on. I'm outside today. Just as you see in the backdrop, got a little backdrop. Just out, enjoying myself. All right, in my location where I'm at, and I just wanted to come outside and do a little something different today. So, appreciate those of you that are been tapping into these Wisdom Wednesdays, tapping into these lessons. And if you do hop on this live, feel free to go ahead and get that thumbs up so this video can spread in more places around YouTube. So I want to be able to confess to those that are watching this video now and those that's going to watch it in the future. All right, there was a wisdom nugget that was shared with me, and we had our Wisdom and Wealth Conference just a few weeks ago. We had individuals come from around the country, and we had a good time. But the amount of people that came out to our event was not the amount of people that I was looking forward to. And going back to like February, around February, I was promoting this video, did a commercial, promoting it hard, for months on Facebook, promoting it. I didn't go as hard on YouTube as I did on some of these other sites, but I was just promoting this video, and just to get out to this event, and we had less than 100 people there. And so I was really frustrated about that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And individuals was able to see it on my face. They was able to see how my frustration, and there was a couple individuals that came up to me, and they was just like, brother, stay encouraged. And throughout the time, a woman came up to me and was telling me, she really appreciated the nuggets and appreciated the gems and appreciated everything that was going on at the conference. But to me, I was looking for this grandiose, this large group of people. I wanted hundreds of people to be there, to be able to hear the speakers, to hear the instructors, the facilitators, individuals that was sharing all kind of knowledge and wisdom over those days. So I was frustrated about that. But the wisdom nugget came to me: choose quality over quantity. And as we went back after the event concluded, we went back to a hotel and we kind of did a little brainstorming. I went by the room and I asked everyone in the room, and I said, share with me one golden nugget that you received from this event. And so individuals, they began to share the different nuggets that they gained from the conference. And it turned into a board of advisors after a few moments. Individuals went from sharing what they gained from the conference to advising me on things that could take the conference to a whole different level, and that we could be operating in a whole different stratosphere. And that's what the Wisdom and Wealth movement is on its way to. But in the midst of that, as I went through the groups of people and I was asking them what was the golden nugget that they received, the golden nugget that I had to receive over those few days was quality over quantity. Sometimes we can want all these people, but they could be the wrong individuals for your movement that you have. And sometimes you can have a chosen few, or individual, and these chosen few, they have your back. They have your best interest. They're willing to help you. And that's another thing about this conference. The conference that just passed, we were just in burnout mode. All right, our Wisdom and Wealth group, which was only a few of us, we were working tirelessly, arduously, to the point to where I reached the point and said, listen, if this is what this is going to come down to, I don't ever want to do this again. And so upon the day of me saying that, that's when we went back to the hotel later on that night, and individuals started to volunteer their services and say, listen, I'll help you with transportation. I'll help you with the food. I'll help you with this. I'll help you with all the administrative work. And so many people, so we got hands on deck, and now we're going to go ahead and organize that and take it to the next level. So I wanted to start off with that. I wanted to confess my wrong because I was frustrated. I was very frustrated at the lack of people that showed up, but at the same time, so many individuals, they kept saying, this was a wonderful event. I'm so glad you did this. All right, and stop worrying about the number of people. And I've had that issue over time. going to places, even, back like 12, 13 years ago, maybe about 14 years ago, being into this church that I was a part of, and they didn't want me to preach in the main big church. They sent me out to this building, and it's only about 4 or 5 people in there. They wanted me to go up there and preach. All right, so I've had to work through that over the years of giving my all, even when it's just a few people. And and that's what I've had to work on. I'm going in and being honest with those of you that are out there. If you like me, you get excited, you get charged when you see more individuals, more smiling faces, more of your brothers and sisters. That ignites me. It sparks a fire inside of me to be able to deliver on a higher note. But we have to be consistent and diligent with the few, all right, that the Most High gives us, and then He will make us rule over many. So let's go into the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. This is Wisdom Wednesday, so we're going to get straight into the wisdom. Not going to be a long, drawn-out message. Hopefully we keep this short and sweet. All right, quality over quantity. Ecclesiasticus chapter 16 and verse number 1. Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in the ungodly sons. Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of Yah be with them. So it's telling us right now, listen, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children. That's a quantity, right? You have a whole lot of children, but they ungodly, unyali. He said, but number 2, though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except that the fear of the Most High be with them. Number 3, trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude, for one that is just is better than 1,000, and better it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. So now pay attention to what the wisdom says. Wisdom says that one is better than 1,000. But when you have that mind state to where you put in quantity over quality, then you're gonna be twisted in your judgment. One person that fears the Most High is greater than a host of 1,000. And this is what we have to continually keep in our minds as we are moving forward. If you are an individual like myself that get discouraged when you put a great effort into trying to build something and promote something, and you see that your brothers and sisters, the people that you want to get it, they just don't get it. They don't value what you're trying to put out there to the people, for the people, and they would rather go to entertainment and go do other things, all right, with their money. And that's totally fine. That's their money. They can do whatever they want to, but it makes you sometimes just want to stop and quit. But it's those individuals, the quality individuals, that say, keep on going, keep on pushing. Proverbs chapter 16. Remember, we talked about one is better than 1,000. One person that fears the Most High. Also talks about that in the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach. It talks about judges and great potentness. He said, but there is none better than he that fears the Most High. So if you fear the Most High and these other 1,000 people don't, you are better than them. Not that you walk around saying, I'm better than these individuals, but you are better if you fear the Most High, you reverence Him, and they don't. Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs chapter 16, we talk about quality over quantity. All right. Proverbs 16:8, better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. I'm going to read that one more time. Better is little with righteousness than great revenues without right. So it's better that you have a little bit of something than a vast storehouse of unrighteousness. This is the principle that I want to be able to share with the brothers and sisters today. Even when we go to the story of Gideon, we talk about an army of, some would say, close to 30,000 men. And then the Most High said, you know what, that is too much for me. Because if you go out there with these 30,000 men and get the victory, and I might be off on the number of the men that was with the army, but I believe it was close to 30,000. It was tens of thousands of men. So if you go out there and fight this army, this war by yourself and win, what's going to happen is, you get all puffed up. You think it's because of your own might, it's because of your own strength that you've been able to defeat this army. So the Most High said, go down there. We're gonna separate the men that go down to the water, those that look and drink, and those that bow down all the way. And it was 300 chosen men. And so the Most High chose 300 quality men so that He can get His esteem through. And the other men, they went back home, and those were the quantity. So we have to make sure, as we are building our businesses, building our ministries, organizations, whatever you're trying to build, All right, you need to focus on the quality people that the Most High is entrusted you with. And don't get so focused on all the amount of people that's coming and going. When you have any type of organization, they say that 20% of the people give the most money, 20% of the people are the ones that's going to help you. The other 80%, they're just coming for the fishes and loaves. The other 80%, they don't want to be involved. And the other 80%, sometimes they may not even show up to support you on your next one. All right, but the 20%, they begin to become loyal. You begin to build a camaraderie. You begin to gain a family with these individuals, the smaller groups of people, and then it gets even smaller than that, because the 20% will end up dwindling down, because it's individuals within that group that show themselves even more loyal than the 20. All right? Focus on the quality people that the Most High. It's better that you have a little, all right, with righteousness than great treasures with unrighteousness. We talked about Gideon. All right, so now I'm gonna break down a couple other examples real quick, what we need to focus on. I'm the type of person, I'm gonna be honest with you, don't laugh at me. I'm the type of person that when I went out to back in the older days, my former days, you know, I was making a lot of fast money, so I was spending money fast. I was buying designer clothes, I was buying top-notch things, you know, looking good. I just used to like to look nice all the time, right? And so I was choosing to wear quality, end up getting older, you know, having children, wife, things of that nature, and I began to buy cheaper clothes. And I was buying more in quantity, but what was happening was the shoes that I was starting to buy, they started to tear, they started to break. All right, these little $30, $40 shoes that I was buying, I stopped buying the $100 pair of shoes and $90 pair of shoes, and I was buying these $20 and $30 pair of shoes, and the soles were breaking on them after like 2 weeks of wearing them. And I'll continue to just keep buying the cheap stuff, thinking that I'm saving money, but at the end, it was costing me more in the long run. Sometimes you have to spend a little more to get quality. Sometimes you got to put a little more up front to get quality people, to attract quality people. I've been the person, one of my elders, he put this on a thread that we have on our WhatsApp thread. He talks about, you know, individuals not begging, individuals having to see your value. And I've been that person, begging individuals to come out to my event, throwing out discounts and doing all kind of things just to draw people to my event. And other people on the outside, they looking at me and saying, bro, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You have a tremendous value. You are already at the point to be attracting quality people, but you keep going for the quantity. And I've had to gain that understanding and gain that wisdom moving forward. Buy quality products. Buy quality things that's not going to break down on you in one day, all right, in 2 weeks. Invest in quality relationships. You know, and quality relationships are worth fighting for. When you find a brother, let me go and get to the scriptures real quick. Let me go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. This wasn't even a part of my lesson, but it just came to me. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Most High will find them. When you find a faithful friend, which is a quality person, because the scripture also says, you know, praise no man before you hear him speak, for this is the trial of men. So when you find a quality person in the friend, it said this person is the medicine of life. Value quality people. Value a faithful friend. All right, because you only get less than a handful of them in this experience called life. You may only get 2 or 3 people in your whole life experience who are true, faithful people that's going to be loyal to you all the way to the end. Invest in those relationships. All right. Also, in your time, you got to be more careful with your time. When you go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 27 and verse 12, it said, when thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but continually be around men or women of understanding. So you have to observe the time. Be very careful about the time that you are spending and who you are spending it with, because individuals will be indiscreet. They will suck up your time, and your time should be going towards quality people. Quality time with your Most High, with your Heavenly Father. We have to make sure that we're giving our Heavenly Father quality time in prayer. Some of us, we are not giving him that quality. And some of us, we want to say, well, I can just go ahead and give him, I can give him an hour, just one day out of every 2 weeks. And that's you know, that's whatever. And then in that hour, you know, you're going back and forth. You might be on your phone, but that quality time, 20 or 30 minutes of quality time can triumph that hour of a person that's doing it 30 minutes of quality time per day can triumph that 1 hour per 2 weeks. All right, same thing with individuals that go and they go exercise and they go work out. Some individuals, they go in there, they pumping iron, they working out. They in there for about a whole hour, right? But in that hour, after every rep, they're on their phone, they're taking selfies, they're doing different things, and they've been in there for an hour, but that was not a quality workout. The same person, like I like to do sometimes, I like to go in there for 30 to 45 minutes because I got business, I have other things to go on. I'm not a gym rat. I'm not going to be in there for 2 or 3 hours just working out. But I will give me a quick 45 minute burn in. But my 35 to 40 minutes of me doing intense workouts and working out and really pushing myself can be more quality than the person that was in there for an hour to an hour and a half, on his phone, going through these different social media sites, doing all these different things that don't amount to too much of nothing. All right, so I just wanted to share this quick video. This was just a quick Wisdom Wednesday about choosing quality over quantity. You can leave some things in the comments. Feel free to leave some comments right there to be able to enhance the discussion on this. If you've been a person that have choosing the quantity over the quality, all right, give a thumbs up in the chat. All right, leave a comment. All right, because you know I know I'm not the only one out there that have been excited about seeing a room full of people and have been discouraged by only dealing with a few individuals. But I'm telling you this, all right, and I've had to get my mind right, and it's been a continual process, is that we have to be faithful over the few before the Most High makes us ruler over many. I pray the Most High be with each and every single one of you. Until the next time we see each other again, all right, I say peace.